What's going on, everyone? So in today's video, I'm just going over a few tech cards that you guys can take to the North American WCQ. While unfortunately I will not be attending the North American WCQ this year because I'm a scrub, aka I didn't really try hard as Yu-Gi-Oh! Been going through a lot of personal life stuff. With that being said, I'm going to give you guys some of the tech cards I probably would have taken to the event if I was given a chance to go, because this format is pretty insane. We have decks costing $1,000. So with that being said, I feel like the budget player does need some different options to go about, and all you competitive players might need to help you get an edge over their opponent. So with all that being said, let's get into it. Without further ado, let's begin. Alright, so the first card I'm going to talk about is Thunder King Ryo. Old card, simple effect. You can't search, neither player can search. You can tribute him to stop such summon. So if your opponent is playing the Sky Striker matchup, they can try to bring out their token and make the Sky Striker guys, tribute off Thunder King, tribute off your T-King, bye-bye. They can't search for the turn. Overall, solid card. I mean, there's nothing more to be said about Thunder King other than he stops searching and is good in anti-meta decks. Anti-meta decks are a thing in the OCG. They fluctuate here and there. If you got 3-card of Demise, if you have access to Pot of Desires, you can possibly make that deck work. So yeah, man, check out Thunder King if you guys want a solid card to pick up for the national season to go into your main deck and or side deck to beat your opponent's face in. Second card I'm talking about, Shared Ride. Now, this card was brought to my attention by Team Samurai X. He was recently in the OCG.
On actually winning the die roll all the time, but seeing his card is still pretty good. It's a blowout card against Ultra Guys. And then last but not least, shout outs to Simo and also Hanko Chow for telling me to play this card, but his card performed really well. Was Shared Ride, aka Fake Taxi. I believe that's the name in the OCG. This card is absolutely devastating. Every deck searches, and that's why I decided to main deck, Drone Lock.
Doing an OCG tournament. Shout out to him. He went 5-2. That's an amazing feat to go from the TCG over to the OCG and do well. So shout out to Team Samurai X. But pretty much what he did, what that Shared Ride card does for you guys that have been living on a rock and don't remember what Shared Ride does. Simple effect. You activate it on the search. Every time your opponent searched after Shared Ride was activated, you draw a card, which is really solid, especially for the TCG, because think about it. Sky Strikers. We have Pendulums, we have ABC. A lot of these decks do a lot of searching and recurring, so with that being said, you can just flourish your hand with resources to beat out the opponent, and moving forward in future formats, I think Shared Ride might be a card that can go up in value for those specific reasons alone. So yeah, man, check it out. Same thing goes for Mistake as well. Mistake is another solid card you guys can pick up for the format. Third card I'm gonna talk about, Anti-Spell Fragrance. Now you want to use this card going first against a lot of matchups. Now here's why. Sky Strikers, people who want to run Spirals, people who want to run Pendulum decks, and even ABC to a certain degree, but ABC kind of main deck this as well, going to the side deck for 2 and 3. Anti-Spell Fragrance is a great card. Now this card is probably not more of a tech, but you don't really see it in side decks for good reason, because, well, you don't really see it in a lot of side decks because I guess people just don't feel like playing it, but it can be utilized because a lot of decks right now are abusing spell cards for the current meta. So yeah, man, Anti-Spell Fragrance is definitely something to check out, because, ain't nothing like just flipping up on a Pendulum player and watching them just cry. They're gonna just be
like, oh my god, Anti-Spell, what am I gonna do?
So this weekend, just got off work. So yeah, man, Anti-Spell is definitely a solid card to pick up. Man, check it out. So another card I'm going to talk about for you guys to pick up is as a tech card, and this is a card I don't really see that much in the TCG, so I'm going to consider it a tech. Psyframe Gamma. Now, a lot of people are probably saying, "What, Psyframe Gamma? It ain't no tech card. It ain't no low-key card to get me there and Nats." Well, in my opinion, it is, because a lot of people I don't really see it that much in the TCG, and I don't understand why. You negate the monster effect, destroy the card, and you get your fat monster to the field, even though he gets banished on your turn. But the best thing I like about Psyframe Gamma is the simple fact that in a hand trap matchup, like you go Ash Blossom to try to Ash Blossom you, or for whatever reason, Gamma, negate the hand trap, continue with my plays. That's freaking amazing. So moving forward, it's just one of them things that could just get you there and just win you the game. And if you Gamma on your turn, you can make the big guy, whose name I can't think of right now, when he comes to the field and your Gamma hits to the field, because you special summon from Gamma out of your hand to bring the big guys to the field and negate the monster card, you can synchro into a level 8 monster, which can definitely screw up your opponent's day and F with their head and their playstyle. 9 times out of 10, if you resolve a Gamma, it's GG, no re. All right, guys, so another tech card you guys could be looking forward to going to the North American WCQ that I was actually thinking about myself is Prohibition. Now, Prohibition is another solid card for the format. Reason being, a lot of decks right now are definitely focusing on one monster card strategies. What do I mean by this? Spiral focuses on super agents, so you can Prohibition an agent, you can stun their plays. Sky Strikers, so if it's a pure build, they focus on their array. So while they do have their token to work with, you can stop them burning out their array. They can definitely slow them down in their tracks, and especially if they can't search it out. More than likely, they probably will be able to search the token. With that being said, by you just even if you don't call off the array, you can call off one of the link monsters and you're good to go. And then other decks like ABC, you can call ABC Buster Dragon. I mean, the list galore. Prohibition is definitely something to look forward to for the format because it's that solid and it can just stun the opponent. Another card I'm also talking about is Summon Limit. Now, this is a card that people try and test between every other format to see if it's great. And I think this is one of those formats that you can definitely take advantage of that card. What does it do, you may ask? Summon Limit. You summon no more than 2 times in a turn. Reason being, you bring out the token for the Sky Striker deck. Okay, that's 1 summon. Bring out the link monster, it's your 2nd summon. You can't continuously link, and pretty much just gonna stun the opponent and slow you down, pitting you in a pitfall of doom because you're gonna be like, oh my god, this card is so annoying, I can't beat the opponent. Now, with that being said, keep in mind a lot of players are side decking the Twin Twister, so going to game 2 and 3, expect the Twin Twister. Rather going to game 3, because if you beat them game 2 with it, expect the Twin Twister to be in 3-fold. So if it's something that you're looking to side deck, side it at 3s, you might want to side it out going into game 3 and side in something that doesn't just die to Twin Twister. You may even be attacking something like Threatening Roar, but ultimately, guys, this is just a compilation of cards I was thinking about that would be good going to the North American WCQ that players aren't thinking about. I guess a good honorable mentions will be Mind Control, but that's something people already think about. You know, you can Mind Control off a link monster, use it for your link plays, and you're good to go. And another good card that people are thinking about taking in their side deck / main deck is Raw Spear Mode, specifically in the main deck, because almost every deck that goes first right now, guys, is gonna try to spit a bunch of monsters to the board. Now, with that being said, also, you may want to keep this as a side deck card because a lot of players are considering just making go second decks to circumvent the fact that everyone wants to go first. So the meta is crazy, the meta is insane, but I want to hear what you guys thoughts about this in the comment section down below. Tell me what you guys tech cards are for the North American WCQ so we can help each other out in this ongoing Innovation YGL community. So with all that being said, man, post your thoughts about this video in the comment section down below. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. I'm uploading as much as I can in a week, usually about 4 to 5 videos a week. This is Innovation YGL, and I'm signing out. Peace and stay innovative, guys. Deuces.